to just make a home brew. That's the Morgan Bitters, Australian Morgan Bitters. I've sterilised everything. Sterilised my barrel, my lid, my spoon, fish tank heater. I'm doing it in, all in sterilisation. So here I'm going to weigh 700 grams of dextrose. About 700 grams, bit over's alright. Yep. Of dextrose. Then I've got some malt here. This is dry malt. So I'll add, let's give this a bit of a shake. What I might do is, so that's 700 grams of dextrose. Put it into me brewer. I want to put 400 grams of malt. I'll go 350. That will make it just over a kilo. Got 350 grams, so 360 of the malt. Alright, dry malt. So that makes it just over a kilo. What was that again? 700. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 1 kilo and 50 grams all up in total. Okay, and I'll just open this can. I won't put you through this. I'll just open the can then. So I've opened the can. On top of the can you get your yeast, and that's the stuff there in the can. Pour that in. But what I'll do, hold that for a minute. I started it off just a little bit in there. We'll just add a little bit of hot water, dissolve that sugar first. Then I'll pour the rest of the can in. I just want to get that malt dissolved, because it's the hardest thing to dissolve. The sugar and the malt. Yep, that's dissolved pretty easily. Chuck the rest of the can in. Get every little bit out. It's very important. Don't waste none. This is good stuff. This is my favourite one. My favourite flavour. I reckon it's very good quality. So what I'll do is, see all that in there? I'll just pour a little bit of hot water. Just grab that tea towel. don't get the cans hot, so I grab my little stirrer. Give that a good stir. Wash the sides, the hot water. Get it all off. Then I'll leave the lid on. I'll pour it off the back of the lid. And wash that lid down as well. I'll put a bit more hot water in there. Give it a good rinse. Get all that deliciousness off. Pour it off the back of the lid. Give it a good stir. Make sure it's well dissolved. Everyone that brews beer would have seen one of these things. I think my wife bought it from the reject shop. It's got a shower end on the end to wash your dog, but I use filtered water. So this fits perfectly on my filtered water, and I fill it to the 23 litre mark. Hold that for me, Jane. The end. Hold it in there. Right, that's it, I got it. So I just fill it up to the 23 litre. What I usually do, I've got 18 litres here on the side, then I'll just top it up 3 of those cans. That's it. Here I have my fish tank heater. You'll have to play around with your thermometer on it, but I use the smallest fish tank heaters I could get. The big one will burn your yeast. And I've just got it set about 21 degrees, but it makes it about 22 degrees with the yeast in there. So I'll just put that in, just so it's just off the bottom. And I drop my yeast in. My sterilised spoon should be still in there. So cut this bag of yeast open. That's the bag of yeast. Just give it a little bit of a stir. Get it under a bit. Make sure not too much is stuck on the spoon. That looks good. And that's it. I put my lid on it. And within 7 to 8 days, it should be ready. So, everyone brews beer probably kind of the same way. But this is the way I've been doing it for years. And the way I've done it, this is my last reading on the hydrometer. I love her. It started at the 40, then up at the green, was right on that green. Say, I think that's like 13. I call it. It's probably 1300. But it was right on that green for 3 days consecutively without moving. Then I'd say that was ready. It was right on that green mark. So it started off here at the 4. It was 4-4. And it ended up being sitting in that green mark, that's beer, ending right on that green line for 3 days. So I thought it was ready, and I've tasted it. I always give it a taste. I can still see bubbles in it, so I'd say it could still keep going a little longer, but for me that was ready. I give it a taste, gives me a rough idea how far along it is. To me, that's fine. Once that settles, that's going to be a perfect beer. This is my favourite, the Morgan's Australian Bitter. I think it's got a citrusy, bitter taste. And, yeah, hopefully yours turns out right. But yeah, I always have stubbies ready when you're doing the 19 litre kegs because you've got a little bit left over. Hey, you can't complain of a few stubbies in the fridge. I'm just finishing off my beer video. It's come time, I've brewed it. It's come time to fill my keg up. It's a 19 litre keg. The rest are going to go into stubbies. This is 23 litres here all up. So I just use an auto siphon. I'm going to siphon it into the keg. The rest of it I'm going to put into this brewing vessel so I can fill my stubbies up. I'll show you that bit soon. I'll just start this auto siphon up. I like to use auto siphon because this is my favourite brewing vessel, and the sediment always comes close down into the tap, but it is my favourite. Okay, so we'll start the auto siphon. And that's filling into my keg. I don't know if you get a focus on it.
An apple.
There you go.
An apple. An apple.
I filled my keg up, and this is what's left. I'll put one carbonation drop. There's little sugar drops in each stubby. Usually if I'm just doing stubbies, I batch prime, 185 grams of dextrose.
Is that real sugar? Can you eat it?
But this, I've just got some left over. It's easy to calculate, just one drop per stubby. I think they're 350s. So I've hooked up my little filler, push to the bottom.
I didn't see water coming out. Is it magic? No water's coming out of that.
Try to fill as high as you can so there's less air in there.
Ah!
No. Make sure you do it properly.
And then press it.
Sit up and do it. Push down real hard. Yeah, no, it's not on. No, don't do it. I can leave it there, have a look.
No, it's not. Maybe more, look, maybe more shorter.
Maybe do this.
Yeah, I'll just have a look. Okay.
It's not happening. More lower.
Need to do poo-poo.
That's it. That's one.
Ooh. We need the other one.
thing is with these Coopers brewers, the tap's so high up, but when I get closer down, I'll just tilt it.
We got two now. Two. See two? It says two. We got two. She can drink it.
You can even twist them a bit and give them another push down.
There's sugar in the bottom.
I like this.
I see sugar at the bottom. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Like when you press it,
Three,
then
three,
go up,
three.
then turn the bottle a bit, press it again.
1, 2, 3. 3 bottles. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's it, fellas. Cap them 1 month in the cupboard at room temperature. Then 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 days in the fridge, and that will bring the carbonation into the liquid for 2 days in the fridge after a month of brewing. And that should be a perfect stubby. Take it easy. Thank you.